Every sound, every rustle seemed to mirror the very beat of existence in Nirvana, a quiet village tucked deep within a beautiful valley surrounded by dense woodlands and harmonious streams. The village's undisturbed beauty was a living monument to life's delicate balance of sound and silence. The most tranquil element of Nirvana was its epicenter, a placid lake whose crystalline waters seemed to embrace the essence of the sky above and the soul of the earth around it. Miroku, a devout monk, would frequently seek refuge here. He would sit alongside the lake, away from the monastery's strict discipline, and let its tranquil waters soothe his restless thoughts. He was absorbed in an ancient tome, a treasured relic shared by a traveling sage that talked about the great transformational power of stillness in one's particular daybreak. A subtle, rhythmic rustle drew him back to reality as he lost himself in the pages. Looking up, he noticed a young girl named Hannah striving to capture the elusive wind whispers within an empty jar. Her goal appeared just out of grasp every time she tried. Her eyes were wide with innocence, but there was a tinge of frustration in them. Miroku felt a kinship with her search, which reminded him of his early days as a monk, which was filled with unending inquiries, doubts, and the thrill of every small revelation. He approached Hannah, moved by her tenacity. "Young one, what are you so passionately trying to achieve?" he inquired gently. "I wish to understand the secrets of the wind," Hannah answered, pausing for a moment. "I'd like to hear what it says." An old yet muscular voice interrupted the proceedings before Miroku could express his observations. It was Master Genzo, the village's wise old man. He reflected with the wisdom that only comes from years of contemplation. The song of the wind cannot be trapped, but it can be truly heard in the silence it leaves in its wake. Hannah handed over her jar to Miroku, hoping for some answers. Miroku murmured, bringing the jar close to his ears. "This jar echoes tales of quietude and turmoil, of serenity and the tempests." He returned it with a murmur. "Its beauty is not in holding its voice, but in the art of truly hearing it." As dusk approached, it created a golden glow all around. The people gathered around a traveling storyteller who spoke of legendary heroes and distant worlds drew Miroku's attention. "I believe Hannah's goal was to understand those silent whispers," Miroku queried Master Genzo, not wanting to miss out on another lesson. "Indeed," Genzo answered with a knowing smile. "But, darling Miroku, true comprehension is found in the calm after the storm, in the tiny break between two notes." He highlighted that life's true lessons are typically found in the quietest intervals, rather than the loudest ones. Miroku handed Hannah a wind chime. Its dazzling bells gleamed in the dark light, feeling a fresh sense of purpose. Let us all enjoy its melody and the quiet moments that flow. True insight is found here. Two souls from opposing worlds embarked on a profound shared adventure beneath a flowering cherry blossom tree. Hearts light and spirits high. They learned that wisdom was often discovered not in the clamor of living, but in the profound silences that punctuated it. Life's more important lessons are often revealed not in the grandiose or tumultuous moments of discovery, but in the stillness, lull, and calm rest between the cacophonies. It reminds us that wisdom does not always shout, rather, it often whispers. The worth of painting lies not only in its bright strokes, but also in the negative spaces that provide context and depth. Similarly, the understanding of life is frequently hidden in the silent pauses. A beat separates each note in music. A space separates each word in a phrase, and the silence of night separates each day. These intermissions are what creates balance, context, and meaning. Similarly, in our own lives, we must value quiet moments because they give significance to our loudest yells, brightest celebrations, and most joyful recollections. We open ourselves to deeper contemplation, a clearer perspective, and a more profound understanding of our existence and purpose by recognizing these times and stillness. This story encourages us to value the peaceful interludes in our lives as much, if not more than, the definitive crescendos.